Well, we've got 9 teams over in Nepal at the moment. 2 teams were in Kathmandu at the time of the accident. They texted me to say they were okay and safe and secure. We then worried about our team on Everest because we got to learn that an avalanche had hit base camp, and we were very concerned about them. And it was quite a few hours before they finally got in touch, and they relayed the very dreadful news that one of our team members had very sadly been killed and 2 others had been injured.
So what's the reaction been here at Jagged to that awful news?
Well, it's heartbreaking, but we have to kick up a gear, and we have to do our job, which is to notify the next of kin, talk to families, and arrange for the injured to be evacuated, and also find out about our other teams and find out where they are and try and look after them and make sure that they're brought safely back down to Kathmandu.
So I suppose the priority now is to get everyone else out safe.
Yes, we've got to get everyone out. We know where they all are now. Everyone's phoned in, so we know they're safe. We've got to keep them safe, so we have to do an assessment of the situation in Kathmandu. We've got to talk to insurance companies, flight agencies, other organisations to bring them back at an appropriate time through Kathmandu, so we can put them straight on a flight and get them home.
And you've been talking with the friends and families of those who are out there as well.
Yes, we have, and we've also obviously been talking to the family of the climber who died, and extending our deepest sympathy and condolences to them. And we've also spoken to every next of kin for all of our team members.
This is a company that often does these trips out to Nepal. In your experience, how bad is this compared with other disasters of this kind?
The worst by a long way. I mean, avalanches by themselves are not unheard of. Obviously, they're a regular occurrence in mountaineering, and one has to try and take the measure of them. You know, they're an established risk. But this avalanche was way beyond that. I mean, this is triggered by a massive earthquake, one of the biggest earthquakes ever to hit the region, and it's knocked down a huge mass of ice and rock that's travelled a huge distance at high speed, and it's just completely off the scale. I mean, it's not anything that we would routinely anticipate for any of our expeditions.
So obviously there's always a risk when you go out on these expeditions. To what extent can this sort of thing be planned for? You
can't plan for earthquakes. What you can do is plan for what you do if you have an incident that involves the loss of life or injuries. So that swings into operation, and with various agencies we work to contain the incident and to bring people home.
So where do you go from here? Is it getting the people that are out there back safe now?
Yes, we just now completely focused on making sure that the teams that are out there remain safe, that we know when it's safe to bring them back to Kathmandu, because clearly the infrastructure of Kathmandu has been damaged, and once we know that we've got a safe route back, we'll use that and bring them home.
And what about future trips that you've got planned to Everest?
Yeah, well, we've got 2 trips planned to leave this coming weekend, and the Foreign Office advice is very clear. It's not a good place to go to now. All trips should be suspended, and that's what we've done.